Inaction, along with fear, has been the silent killer of all my progress and all my dreams. And let's be real, it's the same for you. This is what I'm doing about it. I have to make sure that I know exactly what it is that I'm avoiding and why I'm avoiding it. It's a fear, like I said before. 9 times out of 10, if there's something that I know I should be doing, but I'm not doing, it's because I'm afraid for some reason. And I don't always know what. But what I have learned after doing this type of deep dive on myself many times in my life, I've learned that it stems from 2 to 3 main fears. It's usually that either it causes or it might risk actual harm, like physical harm, emotional harm, anything like that. Feelings of unworthiness, feeling afraid that I'm not enough, that I can't have what I want, or I'm not allowed to have what I want, and ultimately a fear that I won't be loved, right? All of those fears are enough to stop me doing so many things if I let them. If I let them are the key words here, because I get to choose what I do about it. I get to choose knowing what I know. Because the thing about fears, and the good part about it all stemming from 3, maybe 4, most likely 2 main fears, is that you have a formula for overcoming it. You might not think so, but if you look back throughout your life, you'll see that there have been moments when you've been afraid and you got over it. You pushed past it, you had courage, and you did what you were supposed to do anyways. There's a winning formula there. There's a recipe, a set of steps that you took in that moment in order to push through, to keep going. Maybe in that moment it meant someone around you, a loved one, pushed you forward, right? They convinced you to go until you were able to gain your footing, gain that momentum, and then you went, right? Maybe you said a specific set of things to yourself. I don't know. Maybe you journaled. Maybe you talked in front of a camera just like this, right? You did something in order to start that engine and get you going. So it's really, really important knowing what that winning formula is. It's really, really important knowing what are the fears and how do I get out of that. Because then, whenever you have a fear in the future, it's just a template. Yeah, the people may change, or the place may change, or the specific actions you have to take may change, but the theme will be the same. Because what's worked before will work again. I promise you that. You just have to find a way to make it work. In order for you to do all of that, you need to know what is up. You need to talk to yourself. You need to write stuff down. You need to talk to a friend. You need to make sure you're communicating with yourself. What are these emotions and why am I feeling them? Where are they coming from? Where are they coming from? I recently started this new practice of mine for the sake of awareness. So I started making this spreadsheet with a list of all the most important areas of my life and what my base levels are for each of them. Right? The idea is to figure out, at the very least, if I have no energy in a given day and I'm not feeling it and I have no momentum, whatever, maybe I was sick for a week and I was in bed the whole time, I don't know. If I have absolutely nothing to build off of, what's the bare minimum that I do in each of them? Not bare minimum that I can do, but the bare minimum that I already do. Because then I get to decide, what's holding me back from pushing that bare minimum higher, right? And this is the thing about the bare minimum. You have to make sure that you could actually do it at any point, at any energy level. Anything higher than that, like if you even one circumstance, one thing has to be right in order for you to do it, that's what I call a level up, right? I wrote in my spreadsheet, I have like that base level, and then I have like great, and then I have elite, and then I have mastery, right? And I get to decide what goes into what. And over time, I've noticed that my base level has grown by itself. As I've gotten more used to accomplishing things in that great area, I've realized that the great became the new base level, right? And here's the thing. I wrote all of that down because that's a part of my winning formula. I wrote all of those things down because I realized that at the bare minimum, when I am feeling at my worst, which is most likely either low energy or I'm afraid, that's what I'm committed to doing. I did this out of a practice of awareness, of putting it down on paper, writing it down and seeing what is it that I'm actually doing right now. Do I want to do more? Do I need to do more? Am I all right with doing less? Because it's great if you're doing your best in a lot of different areas, but what happens when the energy's low and you start beating yourself up because you can't perform? What happens then? I don't know what happens for you, but for me, it could be brutal. It could be hard. I am very, very mean when I'm not careful. Mostly I'm mean to myself. Mostly I'm disheartened, or disheartening, I should say. I do bully myself, for sure. And that's why 99% of the time when I'm not at my worst, I work to build myself up and build up the people around me. I want to be a supportive character, right? I want to be that person that builds up, not destroys. That's important to me. Because there's times when I make mistakes and I'm mean again, not just to myself, to other people. I don't mean to be. I apologize after, but in that moment, it still happens. I need to know what fear is causing that moment. What am I afraid of losing? What am I afraid of changing? What am I afraid of? I don't want you to be afraid, but I know you will be. That's life. We're human. We'll be afraid. But if you know exactly what you do whenever you feel that fear to get out of it, then it's no longer going to be an obstacle in your path. It's going to be a road sign, one that you get to notice going at 80 miles an hour. You can say, oh yeah, that exists. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know that I may have to take a turn here. But it's not a roadblock. It's not going to stop you. It's just information. And you are aware now. So congratulations. Congratulations on what you're going to do with all this information. Congratulations on achieving your baseline and growing it and growing yourself. I hope to see you soon. Until we meet again, just remember to always fill up with the love, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.